morning, dear children. Welcome for the third session of our grade 10 English class of St. Peter's College, Colombo for Digambo branch. Right. If you can remember, we have been doing passive voice from the inception or the origin of this a series of lessons, and in the last lesson we learned up to past continuous tense passive voice, and today we are going to learn about past perfect tense passive voice. Right? I have taken the same sentence patterns or the same sentence so that you will understand the difference in the structure of the form of different tenses. Right? So this is what is past perfect tense. In the past perfect tense, for all the subjects, we have written here 8 subjects, but you know that there are immense or unlimited number of subjects in the world. It can be human beings like a doctor, engineer, beggar, carpenter, father, mother, and it can be any animal, it can be any word or an abstract noun like peace, unity, anger, love, hatred, or it can be any other thing. There are immense or unlimited number of subjects, but we have taken only these 8 as an example. This is the structure, this is the model. So if you understand this model, then you will be able to apply this knowledge for any situation that you face with. So these are the subjects, and with all this, here we take this as the plural group or plural subjects, and these as singular subjects. Although this is I and it's singular, you can be singular or plural, but still we put all these into plural category because that is how the English language is formed. So this is plural part and this is singular. Although there are plurals and singulars here, we are using the same verb. Here in this case, it is had been. Had been is there for all the singulars and the plurals. So had been is a must. This is part of the structure of past perfect tense passive voice. Had been. So been should be there to make it passive voice. If been, suppose this been is not there, then it becomes active voice. Then it becomes active voice. Right? If this is not there, then it's like active voice. But since this one is there, we use this been in passive voice past perfect tense. I'll write it again. Yes. Okay. So this one is a must, and as I told you earlier, in passive voice, past participle of the verb is a must. This is not the past tense. Even in the past tense form, we say help, helped, helped. So the past tense is also helped. But we haven't used here in passive voices the past tense of the verb. So if you take like that, you have to put here, you have to write here gave also. You can't write gave, you can't write broke here. You can't write took here because they are past tenses. We have to use here past participle. So it's broken, given, taken. Those are the words we are using. So this one, although it has ed, although it ends with an ed, this is not a past tense verb. We have used the past participle because that is an essential requirement in passive voice. So this is the structure. This is in passive voice form. This shows the action is over. The action is over long ago, and we are just talking about it only. Right? So, for example, I can say, when I was a child, I was held by my parents. So that sentence could be told again like this. You can say, I have been held by my parents. Now I have grown up. When I was a child, I had been held by my parents. And this is how we wrote earlier, and I repeat the same thing, and it's a very simple way of understanding these structures of different passive voice tenses. And in the past perfect tense, we find this way, and this is active voice. I showed you here, cutting this word. So when this word is not there, it is active voice. But sometimes the meanings there can be a change or some odd nature. But this is active voice. In active voice, we say like this: we have watched news. So in the passive voice, it reverses. News comes here, and we go here, but it changes. But if this was a name, it would not change. For example, we say Roy had watched news. In a passive voice also, this Roy will come here. It won't change. So it will be like news had been watched by Roy. We can't change Roy when it comes from active voice as a subject to passive voice as an object. Roy will remain as Roy, but the pronouns, I told you, we learnt about it at the beginning. We can't change it. We can't change it. We can't change the pronoun, change the words like this, but the pronouns we have to change. Pronouns we have to change. So please remember that we have to change these pronouns. Right. So in passive voice positive, it's like this. What else? All right. News have been watched by us. That is passive voice positive form. And when you make it a question or turn it into a question, this helping verb had to come in front. So it will be, had news been watched by us? That is a question. And the negative is news had not been watched by us, and had not news been watched by us. So this is how we form passive voice. So when we are speaking a language, it's passive, there should be another S. So there should be double S, right? This is the basic structure, and in any language we ask two questions. We ask, had news been watched by us or by them or by anybody? Or else we ask the question, had not news been watched by somebody? Right? Had not he been promoted as a manager? Or else we ask, had he been promoted as a manager? So these are the two ways that we ask questions, and for those two questions, positive question and negative question, we have only two answers. We say either yes or we say no. Yes or no. Here yes. If it is yes, if it is that somebody has done something, then we say news have been watched by us, or news have been watched by Roy. But if we had not watched news, then we say the negative answer here. News had not been watched by us. So this is the basic structure. Please remember this, and I will send you more details and exercises to the website. Please go through those and do the work and keep them intact, and when we resume school, I will check all those. That's one thing. And another thing, this is again to refresh your memory. if you want to add question words, we have to add those question words either here for this positive question or here to the negative question. So we can say why, we can add the question word why and say why had news been watched by us? How had news been watched by us? Where had news been watched by us? So those are question words. If you want, you can add question words, and this is the overall English language. So this system is there in active voice and passive voice and in all the present, past and future tenses. So if you learn this, this will help you to understand passive voice, understand the use of passive voice and different structures. And now we will learn one more, that is future simple tense in passive voice form. Right, okay. So after learning about past perfect tense passive voice, we are going to learn now simple future tense passive voice form. Okay, simple future tense passive voice form, and just as I told you earlier, this also has one bracket for all the subjects, which mean whether it's plural or singular, we are using the same helping verb. But we learned that in present tense we used isemma, we used was were in the past tense, we have used have and has. There are certain tenses you can observe, you can compare these tenses and see in different, in some tenses we had two brackets like here and here for plurals and for singulars, but in the previous one and also in this one also we have only one bracket for everything, which means for the singulars and the plurals we are using the same verb. Let us write it. We have to write here will be. So this is in the future, this is future form. The action is not yet started, or the action can be, yes, here according to this sentence, we have to think that the action has not yet started, it is yet to start somewhere or sometime in the future. So this is how you start, this is the structure of simple future tense passive voice form. You have to have the subject plus will be plus helping verb, plus the past participle of, that is the main verb, and this part. Right? I told you earlier also, if you don't want this part, you can cut it off. It's okay, right? But for our convenience, we write this one so that it will help us to understand passive voice. Okay, I'll write some active voice simple future tense sentence. My mother will prepare lunch. So this is active voice and simple future tense. The action has not happened yet, it's yet to happen. The action will happen later on. So this is active voice. Mother is the one who is doing the action. She has come first, and the object is lunch. The lunch is coming last. So this is active voice. So in the passive voice, the object of the active voice should come first, and the subject of the active voice, This is the subject of the active voice. This should go here. It's like this, crisscross. This comes here and this goes here. This goes here. It's like that. So crisscross, or it's crossing. So I'll write the sentence. Lunch, like here, will be prepared, past participle, by my mother. So this is the this is passive positive. Positive means yes, something is happening. Yes, here my mother is ready to prepare lunch. She is preparing it. There is no negative word here, negative connection. So it's positive, right? So this is the first one. And when you turn this one into a positive question, earlier you can remember in the past perfect tense, we took had. Had was the helping verb and we took had in front to make a question. So in this one we are taking only will in front like this to make questions. So in this case we take this one in front because we want to make a question. We are going to ask the question, will lunch be prepared by my mother? So that's a question. And in the negative is made from the positive sentence. Negative is made from the positive sentence. So we say lunch will not be prepared by my mother. That is negative. Here we say positive sentences, we say lunch will be prepared by my mother, and in the negative we say lunch will not be prepared by my mother. So that's it. So that is negative, and if you want to speak in negative question form, we have to do like this as we did earlier. Earlier we took this one here, like you can see here in this one. So here we take these two words like this, will not lunch be prepared by my mother. So this is negative form. Although I have put this inverted commas, remember you have to write the words. You can't put inverted commas. You have to write the words because you are learning. It's always good to write the words because then you will remember the structure very well. So this is the negative question form. In the negative question form, you are taking both these words. We have taken both these words in front. That is what we have done here. So it's very simple. So please remember, if you follow these instructions, you will easily learn. And the other point is, after learning this, do the exercises that follow, and also try to speak, try to take some examples from the surrounding and speak out. Maybe there's no one to speak to you, speak with, but try to speak alone, speak to yourself so that you can get this idea very quickly and easily into your mind. You will get this structure, you will understand this structure easily if you speak. So try to speak, and that will help you immensely in understanding English language. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoy the lesson, and I feel that you understand these structures, and feel that you also think that it's easy to understand and easy to learn English. And let's meet again in our next session. Until we meet again in the next session, Thank you very much and may God bless you. Have a nice day. Bye.